I am going to manifest and change anything that isn't working for myself in my life. And so you focus on that which you want to change. I am for being healthy rather than I'm against my addiction. I am for having talent rather than I am against my lack of ability. I am for being intellectually genius rather than I'm against my mediocre performances in the past. Keep in mind what you are for, because what you are for empowers you, and what you are against you have to fight, and everything that you fight weakens you. Again, remind yourself that you are a purposeful being, that everything in the universe, from the quantum level to the cosmic level, is on purpose. There's a divine organizing intelligence that flows through it all, and it also flows through you. And if everything that you're made up of is on purpose, then you must be as well. So if you have a purpose, understand that it is now about giving. You cannot get anything, you cannot have anything. Your purpose is about sharing. If you're here on a purposeful mission, then that mission has nothing to do with you being a mistake. God doesn't make any junk or any mistakes. You've got to get that and know that in your consciousness, and then begin to start focusing yourself on how can I give of myself. And as you do that more and more, you get off of outcome and what's in it for me and onto purpose. Another thing that you can do to shift around the kind of person that you believed you had to become and overcome these limitations is to inventory the behaviors and the characteristics that you exhibited as a child, which are no longer applicable to your adult life. You sucked your thumb at one time in your life, very likely. Now you know better. You struck out at your siblings when you were frustrated. Now you know better. You dribbled food down your chin and struck your fingers in the chocolate cake when you were a little baby. That was behavior that you did. Now you know better. You wobbled and you fell when you were attempting to walk. Now you know better. Great words. You were puzzled by fractions and decimals. Now you know better. This list could go on forever. Keep these words, now you know better, high in your consciousness. So keep in mind that you're in a constant state of change in your life. You're continuously learning how not to behave and what new talents and intellectual skills and personality variables to use. The old ones no longer work. That's what you have to remind yourself. Instead of saying, I've always done things that way and I'm just an aggressive person by nature, now you can say, now I know better. Obviously, when your sister used to hit you when you were 6 years old, or you used to hit her when you were angry at her, or vice versa, now you know better. When you get mad at your sister now and you're an adult, you don't go over and hit her. You know better. You've learned something new. And the same thing is applicable to everything. You don't have to say, I don't have the talent to do something, just like I know better than to say, I'm just inferior, I'll never learn how to walk. I guess I'll just have to crawl for the rest of my life. You didn't say that then. Today you know better. And even for me to say that I couldn't write a book about manifesting miracles. At one time I believed that. Now I know better. Getting that notion in you that now I know better, 4 key words, is an indication that you're trusting that invisible intelligence that's within you to go beyond that which you've accepted as just your fate in life. And you're beginning to say, hey, I can raise my IQ, I can raise my talent level, I can change around the things that I've always believed about what my family did to me in my life. Your family came to you in exactly the same perfect way that everything else came to you. I mean, you don't look at your liver and say, I wish I'd have gotten a different liver. Or you don't look at your tonsils and say that they're the wrong tonsils or that the wrong eyeballs. Everything that you got was in divine order. Your family is just as much a part of that. And you had something to learn from them, and you don't question any of that. And if there's things that happened in that family that you wish wouldn't have happened, you can get on with forgetting about wishing that something wouldn't have happened, forgive, and move past it, but celebrate it and understand it. Another thing you can do here to shift around who you are is to create an intention inventory for yourself. See, there's a big difference between a wish and an intention. A wish is inert. I wish things would happen. I hope things would happen. Even goals are inert. Intention is taking the inert wish and putting it into the language of action. I intend to improve my memory. I intend to improve my talent. I intend to sing in front of a group of people. I intend that I will no longer be shy and afraid. I intend that I will manifest prosperity into my life. And that intention, as you continuously repeat this affirmation, becomes the language of action. It started with a thought. The thought came out of the void. It came out of nothingness. The thought is translated into an intention. The intention creates the molecules that allow the physical world to shift. If you don't have the intention but just have the wish, you won't be able to make that shift from wishing to happening. The way that you manifest magic in your life, real magic, is by intending something and then following through on that intention. Get a picture in your mind of what kind of person you would really like to be in the physical world. And I'm talking about what kind of talent you would like to have, what kind of a personality you would like to have that would be just absolutely exquisitely perfect for you. Get a picture of what kind of customs and habits you would like to have. Get a picture of what level you'd like your intelligence to be at. Get this grand vision and forget about anything else that you've learned in the past about what you can or can't do. Just get this picture. Just visualize it and hang on to it. Now what I want you to do, and something that I've always told clients who've come to me for counseling over the years, is act as if you're already there. And people say, isn't that faking it? And I say, yes. Yeah. If that's what you have to do, you fake it. Go right out, and without ever telling anyone else that you really are a quaking, shivering mass of jelly inside, act confidently in a given situation where no one knows you. It's almost like you're a player in a new play, and you've got a new role, and you've just learned the role, and now what it is I am going to be confident here in this situation, perhaps with a store clerk or in a setting where people don't know who I am, or I'm going to give a speech at a Toastmasters or something like that, even though inside I've challenged it. This was exactly what I did when I found out how terrified I was of public speaking when I was a young man. I took a public speaking course and was forced in school to get up in front of an audience 20 weeks in a row, every week. And after a while, I overcame that inner kind of belief that I couldn't do it. So act as if you are already there. And you do that with your prosperity. You act as if you already have it in your life. You do that with your intelligence. You act as if you already are a genius. And after you've affirmed that enough times to yourself, that will be the way that you will begin to act regularly. And lo and behold, you have created real magic. You will have gone from a person who has always believed you couldn't do it to someone who has thought it, intended it, acted it out, affirmed it over and over again, and created the new person that you've only dreamt of in the past. Another thing to do is to stop seeking out opinions on your personality and who you are as a human being. Asking nothing of anyone in the way of assessment. You're forgetting about looking to IQ tests to determine your abilities. Look instead to your own divine awareness of your unlimited abilities. Forget about what other people are saying regarding your talent or your fitness for anything, and consult your own inner personal advisor. Other people may give you this realistic assessment of your abilities and be the critics. There are two things about you. There's your reputation, and then there's your character. And there's nothing you can do about your reputation. If you go out into the world and you give a talk, or you write a book, or you do anything in the world, you're going to have hundreds of reputations. If I give a talk to 1,000 people, I have 1,000 reputations. I can't do a thing about that because my reputation is not located within me. It's located in how other people choose to process me. That's what a reputation is. But I can be responsible for my character. I can be responsible for how I choose to assess who I am. And that's something that I only have to answer to with myself, with God, with my own personal members of my family, or whatever, or whomever I choose. And it is nothing to do with what other people think of me or how other people choose to process me. So by not looking outside of yourself for the opinions on what you can do, what you can accomplish, how far you can go, how smart you are, how talented you are, without having to go to other people, you now are looking inward and asking yourself and reminding yourself that I am divine, I am in perfect order, I am a part of this universe, that's in this universe, and because there are no accidents, my personality is just exactly what it's supposed to be. It's only what I've chosen for it to be. And if what I have chosen in the past isn't what I want it to be, then I'm going to manifest that which I do, and all that I manifest in the physical world. comes from how I process it inwardly.